Hey everybody, Kensurfs here. We're in the shave den and it's time for another shave. I know it's been about 9-10 days right now. I've been waiting for some new items to arrive. And if you've watched the channel, people ask me all the time, hey, what's your favorite cartridge razor? And I would have to say it's this guy here. This is a Gillette Sensor XL. It's probably my favorite razor. I still am able to buy cartridges for it, but they're quite expensive. At least they were quite expensive. So they made a few variations after this one. I think in Europe they have some with, I think it's the black handle or the black rubber. Right now I got fins there, we'll call it fins, gray rubber fins. And I had seen that they had the black handle or the black fin version, and I just really didn't think that this would ever be really reproduced where I could buy it. Now, I think in Europe or in Asia, Gillette still makes different razors that we cannot get here in the United States. But one of those viewers wrote to me and he said, hey, can you please do a review of the Gillette Sensor 3, which is this razor. I didn't know this one existed. But while I was looking for that, I found this razor. Amazon or eBay. One of them I got from Amazon, one of them I got from eBay, and I've been waiting for them to arrive. They arrived yesterday. It's the 4th of July today. We're gonna do a 4th of July shave, and I'm gonna try the new Gillette Sensor XL. And we're gonna see how that compares to the original. Here's the packaging you get. You need to see the code there. It's got kind of a cool stand here that it'll stand upright for your display purposes. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm going to open this package and we're going to do a shave with this today. Because it's the first time using that razor and these blades, I don't know if they're same as the old ones or different. I'm going to be using products I'm familiar with. I'm going to use Proraso green, and I'm going to be using the Shavemac Badger brush. Really like this one. I should have wore red, white, and blue, but I got red, I got blue, and I've got green, no white there. All right, so let's put that in there. And let's pause this a second, because I know this is going to be a pain in the butt to open up. So stand by. I can always edit this out, right? Let's see how easy this is to open up. Much easier than I thought it would be. Sometimes these things are very difficult. Oh, they're so nice. They've got a container that holds 5, but they gave me 2. And they've got the clear blue Gillette Sensor XL. Now, have you guys used this razor yet? I'm going to be using it for the first, well, I'm going to drop everything. I'm going to be using it for the first time today. Let's drop that to the floor. We'll see how it goes. Well, in the old days, the hard case had a slot that you could put your blades in, your used blades and your new blades ready to go. You can see how faded this is. But these became collector's items. So they're very expensive. I think these two Gillette Sensor 3 and this one, they're around 12 bucks or less. And here's the 2 blades. Now I'm curious. Let's see if these blades fit on the original Sensor razor. It does not look like, well, maybe. Nope. Does not look like they do. No, they do not. So these blades do not fit. Look. They do not. Whereas the original blades, this one's well used. It's my shower razor when I'm, that one snaps right in. Yeah, and it pivots. All right, so these original blades do not work in this. This must be a new model. Still looks like it releases the same way. Yeah, see? It's got the pivot. So she does pivot. She's on a spring. The handle's kind of different. It's very light. This one is heavier. I don't know the exact grams that it weighs, but it's got a nice handle. A lot cheaper, but you're paying for the blades. They always provide the handles for a reasonable price, and then they get you later with the blades, which is all right. So that's the container it came in. All right, let me get squared away here, and we'll be right back. And as I've been clearing up, I guess this must be the container that they want you to keep your razor in when you're not using it. Very, very flimsy. Very, very cheap. Let's see. And they'll go in. Yeah. There we go. Must snap in. Yep, snaps in. So there's your holder now. This is your holder. You know, what do you want for 12 bucks? It's very cheap. Whereas back in the old day, this thing was pretty good. And actually back in the old day, this was a mirror. You know, it's all faded now. They had this like very polished so you could shave with it. You could carry this with you. And this is durable coated plastic. No worse for wear. But again, it's the razor we're looking at. So this is your, I guess this is, yeah, this must be the item that you got to keep if you want to keep it all together neat. My wife sees this, she's going to think it's trash, she's going to dump it. Guaranteed. So I better put this somewhere safe. All right. All right. A few more things to organize. All right. So it appears that this razor will work with the Sensor 3, Sensor or Sensor XL or Sensor. So this must be the new way to go. All right. Still beat. It's the 4th of July, and every 4th of July in Huntington Beach, they have a 5K, and I've probably ran it for 12 years, and I ran it this morning. Here's a quick look what it looked like at the starting gate. And I came in 39 minutes. For an old guy, that's not that bad. I was very happy with it. I think my best time has been 30 minutes, and that was probably a few years ago. And I did not train for this at all. I walk about 2 miles a day, you know, keep exercising, keep the weight off. But my daughter and my son-in-law, they run every day. And my daughter didn't stop running once. I have long strides. I'm 6'3", so I can do very long strides as I'm kind of walking and keep up with her as she's jogging. So it was a good event. It was about 70 degrees out there. It wasn't so bad. And that's how I've started the day. And now, tonight, they're gonna have fireworks. We're gonna have firework display in the street, safe and sane, legal fireworks. We're gonna have them in the street. It's legal in Huntington Beach for those type. So usually everybody has a big show going off in their driveway at the street. So it should be a good one tonight. All right, let's get the shave started. And I'm growing out the goatee because I want to try out that electric trimmer I have from Supply. I want to see how it's good to shape. So I'm just kind of letting everything grow here. All right. We get the Proraso out. Someone says, do you use the soap in the can? The shave soap in the can? And no, I don't. You know, I'm kind of going with the traditional stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just prefer a brush. This video is definitely going to run over 13 minutes. Sorry. Man, this heat wave hitting the whole country now. I think it's hitting the whole world now, this heat wave. I'm very lucky. The high today on the coast in California is going to be 75 degrees. And as you go 5-10 miles inland, it goes 85, 90. My father-in-law lives in Hemet, California. Don't hold that against him. And it's 105 out there. That's way far inland. Almost to Palm Springs. All right. Trying to get him to move closer here. Oh man, very light. At least you could bulk it up a little, Gillette. You know, it's very, very light. But it'd be maybe a good travel razor. Let's see here. Blade feels good. Very good. Now, I have not seen these on the shelves here in Southern California. Haven't seen them in the pharmacy or the shave store. I had to order these off Amazon, like I said, or eBay. The blade's doing its job. And I'm not going to get into the reasons behind cartridge razors versus the DE that I use. Just DE blades. There's so cool of a variety with the double-edged razor, and the blades are reasonable, and it's like you're really, you know, you got a real Ferrari of a shaver. This, like a Yugo, if you remember those. If you don't know what a Yugo is, look it up. Or watch Die Hard 3. I think there's a Yugo in that, and he ends up wrecking it and putting a few gold bars in there and leaving it. Bruce Willis. All right. Oh, man. All right. Well, I got to hand it to Gillette. You know, the blade's absolutely fantastic. And I told you my father-in-law cannot, my father-in-law takes blood thinners, so he's very weary about using a DE blade, so he actually uses the Mach 3. I don't know how much these blades compared to the Mach 3 blades would be, but that's a shave that's done. Zero do you need a second pass, but I like to do a second pass. Somebody asked me, why do I have my, few people have asked. I keep my lather very thin. I have a very thin beard. It's not very thick. I don't need a ton of lather on there. I found out that just with a little bit of, just enough lather works great. I could sit there and make this look like whipped cream and, you know, really put it on thick like that, but I get very good results, me personally, with a thin lather. Everybody is different. What works for me might not work for you. Yeah, that's just like too light. It's too light. I don't like the weight at all. It's like a disposable almost. And they do make disposables. You'd figure if you're going to have a razor you're going to keep around for a while, I don't know how long this would stay intact. It's very thin. Little feedback left. Some new products just arrived. Got a brand new razor, single edge razor, brand new to the market. I'm trying it out. I think me and Sinatra Lennon are, it's interesting. We get similar items from the manufacturers to try out and give our comments on. So I'll try that one out. I just opened up the box today and it looks really cool. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the new Tesla SUV. It's, you know, I'll show you that soon. And I've got some new soap and aftershave from Hendrix Classics and from PAA, Phoenix Artisan. So I'll be doing a few more shaves this week. I'm on vacation. I've got my relative in town visiting, and we've been hanging out, so I haven't had a lot of time to do anything, but now that these have arrived, I can start doing that. Oh man, flawless and not a nick. All right, let's finish this up. Proraso. I put some cologne on to go out of the house before that race. You know, I showered, got cleaned up. Just a habit. I've got cologne lined up here. And man, I was using Sauvage, and people notice this. I've been in stores. I got to admit, out of all the ones I've been using, and I'm talking over Tom Ford, you know, they really noticed that Sauvage. A lot of compliments. Probably later when the party's about to start, I'll put on some Sauvage. Well, there we go. All right. I really don't care for the handle too much. It's just very light, but it gets the job done. It's really just a means of hooking up to the cartridge. I wish if these new cartridges fit the old razor, I certainly would be buying some of these just to kind of keep. So I guess I have to keep looking for the old school stuff. But yeah, maybe they have handles that fit this cartridge, aftermarket maybe, or you know, something that's a little beefier, a little heavier. In my opinion, that would be good. It's just very light. I find it very light. But there we go. That is the new Sensor XL, and I will do a shave with the Sensor XL3 Sensitive pretty soon. All right, well, happy Independence Day if you're in the United States. You know, don't get burned. You know, take care. Go. I'll have to tell you a story about what happened to my neighbor a few years ago, but I won't right now. I'll have to tell you later. But we will do some filming tonight, and I'll include that maybe in the fireworks in the next shave. And this is my dog's favorite day of the year. He's a gun dog. He's a Brittany Spaniel. He loves loud noises. He loves the fireworks. In fact, he tries to run out and jump into the fire. I have to keep him on a leash, and he's just barking, wanting to get out there. So you'll probably see that in an upcoming video too. Well, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe. Happy Independence Day, everybody. We'll see you real soon.